Hi everyone, Nathan here with the eBook Reader blog. So for this video, I'm going to do a comparison between the Kobo Aura 1 on the left and the second gen Kindle Oasis on the right. So I named the Aura 1 my favorite e-reader of all time, so this is going to get interesting. The Kindle, it's also very nice. So I'm also going to show the Kobo Aura H2O at the end just for a quick cameo to get an idea of the size difference. So the Kobo Aura 1, it has sort of a texture on the back. You got the blue button right there for the power button. So as you can see, it has the book cover on there when it's in the sleep screen, which was nice. So, and you don't have to swipe or anything when you turn it on. It's got the flush glass screen. It's got the 7.8-inch ink screen. So with 300 ppi. So the Kindle also has 300 ppi, but it has a smaller 7-inch ink screen. And then it also has the page buttons. They're both waterproof. So they have some similar features going for them. They both have the front lights, though the Kobo has adjustable front light, which I'll show shortly. So like the Kindle, it has this interesting design. So they sell these covers that sort of fit to the contour on the back. So they have this unique tapered design where it's fatter on one side and very thin on the other. And then the back, it's just solid aluminum. And then you've got the page buttons right here. And then when you rotate the screen, it rotates it as well. So you can use it left or right-handed either way. And then it has the flush glass screen as well. So, I mean, they're very similar in terms of features as far as like the hardware goes. With the little bit smaller screen on the Kindle, it is a bit lighter. But the weird thing is it doesn't really feel lighter. They both feel like they're about the exact same when you have them in your hand. I can't really tell much of a difference, even though, yeah, like I said, the Aura 1, about 36 grams heavier or so. But so obviously with the larger screen on the Aura 1, it's a little bit wider and a little bit taller. The front light on the Paperwhite's a little bit brighter, as you can tell right here. Like the screen's a little bit lighter on the background. They're both set at 100%. I'll show you the front lights shortly, but like the overall size, I mean, they're the width is almost the same. The Oasis is just a little bit wider, just sticks out a little bit more than the Aura 1, and like as far as the height, the Aura 1 is like a couple inches taller. So if we match them up at the bottom, it's that much taller. The 7.8-inch ink screen. So let's go ahead and show you the front light now. They're both set at max. As you can see, it's a little bit brighter on the Oasis when it's set at max, but for a lot of the rest of the dial, it's brighter on the Aura 1. And so front lights can vary a lot from one to the next, so you can't put a ton of stock in this, but the Oasis's front light on mine, it's definitely a little bit better than the front light on the Aura 1. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Aura 1s, but it does have a little bit of a lighter spot at the bottom when you have it in the orange mode. So like at the lower settings, I mostly only use the low settings, so they both can be turned off completely at the lowest end of the dial. And then at the center, as you can see, the Aura 1's quite a bit brighter at the middle settings. So it's just sort of, you got to adjust them. They both have the auto adjusting sensor, so it'll automatically adjust based on your ambient lighting. And then the Aura 1 also adds the ability to change the color of the front light. So as you can see right here, though, it does have a little bit of different color in the lower area. So it's a little bit lighter in spots. So that's just sort of something that happens with front lights. I mean, pretty much every one has imperfections if you look hard enough. But so yeah, you do have the option of the orange light on the Kobo Aura 1 and the Kobo Aura H2O, so that makes them unique. All the other ones, you know, they have just sort of like bluish colored light. It's a little bit less blue on the Oasis, a little bit more yellow toned. So as far as page turns go, I mean, the Kindle Oasis' software is a little bit more optimized, tends to be a little bit faster at most things. I mean, it's not a big difference. It's just, it is a little bit like when you load up a dictionary, actually the Kobo Aura 1 beat it there. If you do it some other time, then that might be the exact same. So it just kind of depends. It's not exact science here. So the Kindle, you also add the Wikipedia and the translation option in there. So you can do translations on the Aura 1 as well. You got some different translation dictionaries, just a different process. So this highlighting is really smooth on Kindles as far as like the like quickness and the accuracy of it. It used to be a problem on the Kobos, but they've got it a lot better with the software, so it's just as smooth now. I don't have any problems with it other than the fact you can't highlight across multiple pages with the Kobo, whereas you can with the Kindle. So as far as the font choices, that's a huge difference between these two devices. So you got more font options on the Kobo, and you can easily sideload other fonts if you want to use them on here. Where the Kindle, you're limited to the ones built in for the most part, unless you embed them using Calibre. And then you've got less spacing and margin settings with the Kindle, though. One advantage with Kindle software is you have the option to switch over to landscape mode. So if you wanted to read in landscape, you've got that option. For whatever reason, Kobo has never added this to their e-readers. So you have no landscape mode, except for like with PDFs and comics and stuff. But for ebooks, they don't have it. So let's go ahead and load up the same font. They don't have the same fonts on here, so but this one is the same. But I mean, it's not exactly the same. So you can get kind of a look at the screen size difference. So the thing with Kobo is their books have a header and a footer. So the actual screen is basically the same as the screen on the Kindle. You get like the same usable space for text. But it's not always like that on Kobo. If you use side-loaded books, you can get rid of the header and footer sometimes. There's also a patch that you can install to disable the header and footer. So it's not always like that. If you wanted to work around that, you can. But for the most part, I mean, if you're just getting books from Kobo, they're all going to have the header and footer. So you're getting about the same amount of screen space as the Kindle. So the thing with the Kobos is you got a lot more like advanced weight settings, so you got more ability to fine tune stuff. So you got like 48 font sizes where the Kindle has like 14, and you got 5 boldness settings with the Kindle. So they recently added this, which is nice. I like it on the 2 a lot of the time. So yeah, so with the Kobo you got more font choices. So this is a look at a side-loaded book that doesn't have the header, but a lot of times it'll have like really big huge wastes of space at the bottom unless you like set up your books with caliber just right. So Kobo has the advantage when it comes to the font choices and stuff, and you got more margin settings and spacing settings. But Kindle comes to has the advantage when it comes to like navigation. You got the multi-page view. You can also scan through pages with this option, and you can easily go back and forth between these different sections that way. So the Kobo though, I like the reading time indicator better on the Kobo. It's very simple on the Kindle. It just shows it down there in the left corner, and you got these few different options what to show. Where you got this more advanced setting with the, it gives you this graph or this estimated reading timer, and you can actually see how big the chapters are in relationship to each other. Kindle has some more advanced features, like you've got the word-wise, you got vocabulary builder, you got Goodreads integration, so you can share your stuff on Goodreads. So the Kobo has some advanced settings for like, you can set the custom tap zones, you can set custom refresh, you can also customize your reading progress indicator down there. So another thing with the Kindle is you got X-ray. So if you have like books with a lot of characters, this comes in handy. You can get like a brief synopsis about characters and terms in the book, so you can get more info. It's not just the book. You can read up on this additional information provided along. So Kindles also have this like separate window you can view with bookmarks. The Kobo, you just tap up here to add bookmarks, and then you can go in and view your list of bookmarks. Actually, no, on the Kindle you have the table of contents with it, but on this one you have to go to the annotations list right here, and then you can see a list of all the annotations and notes you added. With the Kindle you can just access it from a tab on the table of contents, and you got everything here. Big advantage for Kindle: export notes easily. You can export an email right there. Kobo doesn't really have any official way to export notes, so it's kind of a pain. Another huge advantage for the Kindle, obviously, you got the Audible integration. You can listen to audiobooks. It supports Bluetooth, so you can connect Bluetooth headphones or Bluetooth speakers and listen to audiobooks. Kobo doesn't support any audio at all. So another thing with the Kindle's Oasis is you have this inverted text option where you can get the black background and white text. So Kobo doesn't officially have that feature, though there is a patch you can add it, but it's always getting broken with firmware updates. I'm not sure if it still works. Then also, when it comes to like reading comics and manga, you got the option on both of these. Of course, the Kindle has a few extra features, like you can tap that icon right there and view it in full page mode, and then tap it to go back out. It also has the guided view, so like if you double tap, it'll just follow the page. The Kobo doesn't have the guided view. If you double tap in and then turn the page, it'll just actually turn the page. You actually have to scroll with the Kobo. It's a little bit more of a hassle. But the Kobos used to be really wonky with like zooming and scrolling, but it's just pretty much the same as the Kindle now. I mean, it might have a little bit more refreshing, but actually it works a lot better than it used to. They've actually optimized the software quite a bit since it was originally released. So the Kindle has this really fast page scan feature. You can go from the beginning of a book to the end in like no time with comics and stuff. So yeah, Kobo doesn't have anything like that. But when it comes to PDFs, let's take a quick look at PDFs. This is kind of funny because it actually lays out larger on the Kindle than it does on the Kobo, despite the larger screen on the Kobo. Kobo, I would never recommend it for PDFs. Kindles are serviceable for PDFs, especially when you're using landscape mode. But they also have that text darken features. You can see it's quite a bit darker than the Kobo. But Kobo, you can load in co-reader, and it works a lot better with co-reader. Check out my co-reader review. I'm not going to go into depth with that right here because I already covered it in that video. So let's just take a quick look at the Kobo H2O, the Kobo Aura H2O. So this is Kobo's other e-reader. It's got a 6.8-inch screen, which is actually closer in line to the Kindle 7-inch screen than the Aura 1, but the build quality is a lot less on the Aura H2O. It's just like a basic e-reader. It doesn't have the flush glass screen. It just has like a basic design. So I've never really liked the screen for whatever reason. It's kind of got like a dark screen, but it also has the ability to adjust the front light colors, so you can get the orange color just like the Aura 1 had. So yeah, I always liked the Aura 1. It's been my favorite e-reader for the past year, but this Kindle Oasis, it's really nice as well. I need a little bit more time with it to kind of fully determine which one I like the best. But when it comes to these two, I definitely like the Kobo or the Kindle a lot better because the screen is a lot lighter. I don't know, whatever, maybe I just got a bad Kobo Aura H2O because the screen is like really dark compared to other e-readers. And the front light kind of has that gray color to it instead of a light color to it. So screens and front lights can vary a lot with ink though, so it's hard to tell. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video right here. Check out the ebook reader blog for full details. I have full reviews of all these devices and additional comparison reviews as well. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.